Alright, hello guys. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a teacup in Fusion 360. Um, so first what we're going to want to do is create a sketch, but onto the top part of the view cube. So as you can see, this horizontal face, the XY plane. So hit that plane, and then this is going to be the base of the cup. So we'll make the base 2.4 inches diameter. Hit finish sketch. And then since we want the cup to be maybe, let's say 3 inches tall, let's hit this plane and let's hit 3 inches so it gets offset by that much. Say okay. So now we have two planes basically, one with a circle on it and one that we're going to create another circle on. So it creates sketch, but onto this new plane that we just created. Okay, and then create another center diameter circle, but this time of diameter 3.75 inches. So, and then hit finish sketch. So now, as you can see, we're left with a relatively odd-shaped looking thing, but we can create a loft between these two faces or two sketch planes that we have in order to actually create a solid object. So hit create and hit the loft, as you can see here, command, and then select this top and this bottom circle. And as you can see, it creates that three-dimensional solid that we're looking for in a teacup. It sort of creates that cone looking like object. So it's a new body. Okay. So we need to have the inside of it cut out, but not going all the way through the bottom. So what we're going to want to do is create another loft. Except this time the operation will be cut instead of join. So hit sketch again and hit the top part of it. And what we're going to do is offset by like 0.1 inches. So before it was 3.75. So we'll make it 3.65 inches in diameter. So as you can see, there's a little bit of gap there. Hit finish sketch. Okay, and then instead of creating another circle onto this face, this bottom face, we're gonna offset the plane again, but this time by negative 0.1 inches, so it goes up by a bit instead of going through the whole entire bottom of the cup. So hit OK. So and then hit this plane and hit create sketch. And then since the bottom of the cup was about 2.4 inches, I want to say, we'll make this one 2.3 in diameter. So as you can see now, we have a circle on the bottom, a little bit above the true bottom of the cup, and then one at the very top. So now we're going to create another loft. So hit finish sketch, create, and then loft again. But this time we're going to select the two new sketches we created. And as you can see, it's going to cut through. So it says your operation cut. And it's not going to go all the way to the very bottom, so leaving a little bit of leg room there. So hit OK. So as you can see, this is kind of looking like a normal glass of cup that you might see somewhere. Okay, so now go back to front, or actually let's go back to, front face. And what we're going to want to do is create another sketch, and this time we're creating the handle, so we'll go through the mid plane. So hit this one as XG axis of the file. And so now as you can see, we're editing the midsection of this cup. So what we're going to want to do here is create like a base to go off of. And so if you can zoom in all the way to the edge of the cup and scroll all the way back up and try to go to the very edge of the top. As you can see, it won't be exactly precise, but when we hit the join button on the extrusion, it should be fine. And with fillets as well, it will be attached to the actual body of the cup. Alright, now we're going to use the spline, the fit point spline, in order to create that sort of curvy shape, because it's not going to have that exact arc of that, like the circle would provide, or even the normal arc command. So zoom in and Quite honestly, you could choose any part of the body where you want the handle to lie on. Um, but I think for mine, I'm gonna just go a bit towards the top a bit, go out for my second point of the spine, a little bit like this, and go down, hit another part of the bottom right about here, and then go back up into my thing for my, back up to that line for my fourth point. So right about here, I want to say. And now hit the green checkpoint. So as you can see, this is the kind of curvature for our handle that you couldn't normally get with a circle. Now we want to offset that face because we want to be sort of have some depth to it. So that's curve, and we'll go out by, let's see, negative or positive 2.275 inches. And then let's trim the excess line here we see. Okay, and then let's hit finish sketch. So now as you can see, we have sort of that curvature, and what we can do now is extrude that, and let's do symmetrical as it's in the middle plane, so we don't want it to just look like it's going to one side. So it goes in both sides now. Let me see. This one we can kind of just do how much for your preference it is. So I'll go 0.25, I think, in inches. So now all that's left is fillets. And this will hopefully allow us to see that entire handle be attached to the cup. Let's see how much this will allow us to actually extrude in. So 0.5, 0.45, 0.25. Okay, so 0.25 inches is what it's looking like it's attached to. Yep, that should be pretty good. Yeah, so hit OK, and yeah, there you have it. I mean, you could create a more stable handle if you would like by using a fillet towards the top of the um, part of the handle, but I think for now this is fine because it's just a kind of a model of a prototype for a cup. So I also wanted to quickly add in some aesthetic, if any of you guys like that. So hit modify appearance, and all we're gonna basically change is how the actual cup will look. It won't change how it's printed, unfortunately. So let's look for some color. So I think I'm gonna go with, yeah, let's go with this dark gray for the bodies, for both of them, and then I'll go with some white for the internal part of the cup. So yeah, that looks nice. Down there as well. And then just for yeah, aesthetic purposes again, we'll go right there. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So I'll probably add some in here too. But yeah, so that's about it. Thank you guys for watching again, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.